wish you all a Merry Christmas. In part 19, we have seen the effect of humor in reducing stress when used properly. We have also seen that there are three important types of humor. One is the sarcastic humor, which has got a hidden agenda to let somebody down mentally, and there is also a humor on the self. If used very often, this may also lead to inferiority complex. And the third one is it is spontaneous humor, considering the present problems one faces in life. Now, in this part 20, we will see the effect of unhappiness in causing stress. It is to be clearly understood that many of the negative emotional factors like anger, guilt, worry, anxiety, fear of failures, tension, and jealousy, all these negative factors ultimately end up in unhappiness. When one reaches the state of unhappiness, it has got a direct effect. First, on reducing our confidence level. Whatever the self-confidence, level of self-confidence, it reduces the level of self-confidence. And number two, it also leads to mental sickness. Actually, there will not be any real sickness, but mentally one feels that they are sick. And the third one is it leads to isolation. When a person is unhappy, he wants to be alone, isolated from rest of the world, mentally, physically, and socially also. First, we will see the effect on reducing the self-confidence with a live example. Few years back, when one of my colleagues was going to attend an interview, I called him in the morning and said, "Wish you best of luck." Immediately he said, "I don't want your wishes." I was really shocked when he said, "I don't want your wishes." But then the way he conveyed, I felt something wrong. So I asked him, "Why you feel like that?" He said, "I am not going to get promoted because this is the third time I am attending this interview." Now please remember, in an interview, people who are experts in that field, when they interview the eligible candidate, they are not only testing their knowledge on the subject, but they also see the body language and the positive attitude in a person. When you are going to attend an interview with an image that you have no confidence either on the interview committee or no confidence on yourself, it produces a negative body language, and the fear that you will not be promoted will be reflecting in your attitude also. This could be very easily judged by the experts sitting in the panel. So that is why when you are unhappy about the past two experiences in the interview, if you once again go with a low confidence level, it will create the same effect, and no wonder he was also not selected in that interview. Similarly, in another case, one of my assistant managers, he was reluctant to attend an interview, and he said, "Sir, they will ask difficult questions." So I have motivated him and convinced him to attend the interview. In the interview, they asked in a fixed deposit with a mandate, farmer or survivor, if both of them die, to whom you will settle the matured amount. Now, here let me also explain some of the important features of bank accounts opened with 2 or 3 people, normally called as a joint account. In a joint account, for operational instructions, there are 2-3 categories. Suppose A and B has opened a joint account. It can be either both. So any withdrawal or any change in the category or any change for premature closure, if it is both, then everything has to be signed by both people. The next one is either or survivor. That means for withdrawal, A or B independently they can withdraw the amount. The third category is any one or survivor. Suppose if there are 3 or 4 people in an account, then any one or survivor will be anyone can withdraw the money. The fourth category is farmer or survivor. In farmer or survivor, suppose if it is A and B, if A is the farmer, A alone can withdraw the money, and during the tenure of the deposit, if A dies, then only the survivor comes into the picture. So in the interview question, when they asked if farmer or survivor they died, means to whom you will settle. This officer, who was expecting that the questions will be difficult, immediately said, "Sir, you don't want to give me promotion." The interview committee people were surprised. So they asked him, "Why you are saying that we don't want to give promotion? We actually want to give you promotion. That is why we are asking this question." He said, "Sir, I have been working for the last 20 years. Nowhere farmer and survivor died together. Either farmer will die, we will settle it to the survivor, or survivor will die, we will settle to the farmer." In fact, the right answer is even the legal heirs of both the people are also involved and their consent is required. So, when you are unhappy and when your confidence level is very low, it also reduces your self-confidence and the fear of failure comes. The second reason is mental sickness. This reminds me of an incident. An old man could not get three of his daughters married, and so one day he had a heart attack and he was admitted in the intensive care unit. The physician who treated him said that we should be very careful because of his heart condition. You should not tell any good news or bad news suddenly. You have to prepare him and you have to convey. After a week or so, the family member suddenly came to know that he won a lottery for 10 lakhs. Now, this is the biggest, happiest news, but the doctor has already cautioned. So they just came running to the doctor and they said, "Doctor, our father has won 10 lakhs. Now the doctor is very anxious. So the doctor said, "Have you disclosed this news to him?" They said, no, we have not disclosed. That is why we came running to you." The doctor said, "Yes, you have done a good thing. I will talk to him and convey this message." Now the doctor went there and this man was in the ICU. The doctor, the moment he saw the doctor, he asked him, "Doctor, I want to get discharged. I am feeling very uncomfortable here." The doctor said, "You just answer my questions. Suppose you win 2 lakhs in a lottery, what you will do? Let me see whether you can answer me." That man thought for a minute and said, "If I get 2 lakhs, I will get my eldest daughter married because I could not get them married. I got this heart attack." Then the doctor said, "Yes, you are thinking fine. Now you tell me, suppose you get 4 lakhs, what you will do?" Without any hesitation, he said, "I will get my second daughter also married." Now the doctor said, "See, you are now thinking properly, and at this rate you can get discharged in 1 or 2 days, but now you carefully answer this question." Now the doctor said, suppose you get 10 lakhs, then what you will do?" Then the old man said, "Doctor, I am such a unlucky person. If I get a lottery, because of my unlucky nature, 100 people before and 100 people after my number also will not get it. They will, because of my ill effect. But one thing, doctor, if I get 10 lakhs, I will definitely give 2 lakhs to you." On hearing this, the doctor collapsed. Now, please remember, in stress management, many people will give advice how to cope up with stress. But if the same situation, if the same problem comes and strikes them, they also will feel unhappy, because this unhappiness is the end result of our anger. Most of us are by nature very short tempered, and majority of us we use it as a weapon to protect us. So more about this anger we will see in our next edition. Thank you. Have a good day. Please subscribe if you like it. Thank you.